Episode 18. You are listening to the new Glam Gal podcast, the podcast where style meets confidence. Conquer the frustration of trying on clothes and learn to dress and love the body you are in. There are no size or weight requirements here. I'm your host, Miss J. Join me, won't you? Last year for Christmas, my husband bought my dog, Lilo, yes, her name's Lilo, a little collar. And this collar is actually a double strand of pink pearls with little faux diamonds set every 8 pearl set or so. It's on a stretchy elastic band because, we keep it classy. And we put this thing on her. At first, she'll kind of wear it with curiosity. Doesn't really bother her. And then a few minutes in, she'll start shaking from her butt to her head as if she's trying to gain enough force and momentum from her butt to her neck to sort of thrust this thing off of her. Then the itching will start. She'll wedge both paws underneath to try and force this thing over her head. She's actually really dexterous for a little white fluffy dog. It's kind of amazing to watch her. And eventually she'll just sort of give up and look at us helplessly like, please take this stupid thing off of me. And we will get a few really good pictures in. And then we take that thing off of her and free her from the shackles of this pink pearl diamond chain. Why am I telling you a story about my dog's foofy pink pearl collar? Well, Glam Gal, I noticed that during holiday season, a lot of you will purposefully, intentionally, actually thinking months in advance, put yourself in your own pink pearl collar shackle. And you too will spend an evening. You'll take a few pictures, you'll pose, you'll smile, and then your own sort of set of butt wiggling, jiggling, trying to scratch yourself underneath, carefully pull the dress down on one side, carefully pull the dress down on the other side. You suddenly notice that you actually can't sit in this thing, so you have to wedge yourself precariously on the edge of your seat. You've had a whole conversation with yourself about how you're not allowed to eat anything, or you're only allowed to eat strategic things that don't allow for bloating. You too will shackle yourself in a pink pearl diamond nightmare for the sake of a holiday party. And then you'll succumb to the inevitable wiggling, itching, poking, prodding, and pulling on yourself that my dog does. Maybe you'll have enough good sense after a few minutes of this to free yourself from your own pink pearl diamond charmed necklace nightmare. But a lot of you don't. A lot of you are in it to win it. You know that this horrible dress that you've chosen is actually really uncomfortable, but for the sake of fashion and one evening, you tell yourself it's totally worth it. Do you know why you put yourself through this? Because you somehow have gotten to the idea through marketing campaigns that are coming at you from all angles that the dress is going to be what makes the party a good one. That the dress is going to be what makes you feel confident when you walk into your husband's party or your work party. You've convinced yourself that if your partner saw you in the right dress at the right time, that this will definitely be the year that he pops the question, moves in with you, etc., whatever you expect to happen. You put so much power in this dress to make you feel, insert positive emotion, confident, stylish, pretty, sexy, whatever it is. You think that this dress has magical unicorn powers that is going to somehow do all of this for you, while still also recognizing the paradox that you will feel extremely uncomfortable in this thing, that you likely bought it a size too small because you were having tag drama. You squished yourself and all of your lady parts into some sausage casing, also known as shapewear in order to get into said dress. You've had horrible, demeaning conversations with yourself about how you're not allowed to eat anything or anything that's on the quote unquote bloat list, and that you just have to get through this evening. And then all of this, jiggling and squishing and poking and prodding commences, and you sit there wondering why you feel really uncomfortable and really terrible about yourself, but it's okay. Smile for the camera. Now, when I put it in those terms, it sounds almost funny and a little sad, maybe funny, not funny kind of situation. But I want to point out to you sort of the ridiculousness of the idea that a dress can do anything for you. It can't. A dress, in and of itself, is completely neutral. It's strategically cut pieces of fabric, sewn in a certain way, with thread, with a zipper potentially, something you throw over your head, but it literally is a heap of fabric. It has no consciousness. It has no emotions. It has no thoughts. It has no ability to do anything other than just be a pile of fabric. And therefore, sometimes that pile of fabric is also a dress. I really want you to think of it in those base terms and realize that you've been giving away so much power to a hunk of fabric every holiday season. And every year you promise yourself, after you strip out of that pink pearl diamond necklace fiasco of a dress, and you're like, never again, next year I'm going to go comfortable, I'm not going to wear the overly high heels, I'm not going to wear the too tight a dress. We're not doing this next year. Screw this, we're going to be comfortable. And then the marketing comes at you. And suddenly there's advertisements everywhere about being fabulous and chic and merry and bright. And if only you had that perfect dress, all of these things too could be yours. And I succumb to this too. I'm not mocking it because I'm mocking you. I want to mock it so we can all collectively stop, like we're sitting in a living room together, and look at all of these advertisements flying by and laugh at them. Have you ever looked at old advertisements from the 50s and 60s that are misogynist? They're really funny. If you look at the old oven advertisements, which have these like water foot baths for women, like if they're going to be soaking their feet while they're roasting a turkey, I mean, just these ideas are really funny. Or even the men shaming ads, like so easy, even your husband can do it. It just really cracks me up. One day, 50 years from now, our daughters, our granddaughters, our nieces, our friends' children will be looking at these advertisements that we see every day, promising us a fabulous, chic, merry and bright holiday. And they're going to laugh and be like, really, y'all? Really? So I invite you to do that now. I invite you to stop and assess all of the advertising and marketing coming your way and kind of giggle at the audacity that they have to promise you that a dress can do anything for you. You know who can make you feel chic and fabulous and merry and bright? Do you know who really has that power? You do. You're the only one who does. You have the power at any moment in time to feel chic, to feel fabulous, to feel sexy, to feel confident. How do we do that? Now, if you've been listening to this podcast for a while, you're going to automatically say, your thoughts. Only your thoughts can create those things for you. Only your thoughts can create your experience and your feelings. If you want to have a chic, merry, and bright Christmas or other holiday, you get to create that. And it's not a dress that's going to do it for you. Now, you can have thoughts about a dress, and you can feel a certain way about a dress, and you can behave a certain way because you feel a certain way about a dress, but it's never the dress. It's always your thoughts. Now, two women could wear the same sequin dress, and these two women could have completely different experiences in this sequin dress based on their thoughts. These two women could have a completely different holiday experience based upon their thoughts, their feelings, and their actions when they put on that dress. Each woman will have the ability to decide for herself how she thinks and feels about herself in said dress, but it's never the dress that's doing it. And the idea that we would give our power away to a dress seems a little ludicrous, but we do it every year. So, Glam Gal, this holiday season, I invite you to stop giving your power away to a holiday dress. Think of my poor little white fluffy dog in her pink pearl diamante stretch bracelet necklace choke collar from hell. Think of poor Lilo. Laugh to yourself. Imagine that you and I are in our fake living room watching all of the funny advertisements come in, and we're having a little giggle. Start asking yourself when you begin to torment yourself about what you're going to wear and then what you're not going to eat when you're wearing the thing, and how you're going to stuff yourself in and it's just for a few minutes and you have that crazy conversation with yourself. Just remember Lilo and the fake living room and start asking yourself, why do I want to wear this dress? What do I think it's going to do for me? And then remember, you can always do whatever that is for yourself at any time, with or without the dress. Feeling confident, chic, merry, and bright is always available to you year-round, with or without the perfect holiday dress, suit, jumpsuit, whatever it is. All of those feelings are available to you year-round because you can always generate them with your thoughts. So that's the mindset work for today's episode. I want to direct you to some potential style tips to kind of take the pressure off this need to find the perfect dress, the perfect whatever. If you really want to dress up for the holidays, and I love dressing up for the holidays, I actually sew myself a Christmas dress every year because I love to do it. I enjoy the process of sewing. I enjoy the process of getting glammed up. I enjoy the process of wearing a dress that actually fits me, that I don't have to poke or prod at myself all evening, that I don't have to worry about the quote unquote bloat food, and I could just be free to carry on and marry on. Not all of us are going to sew our own dresses, so I want to give you some style tips that you can adopt yourself, maybe try it on for size, see how you like it, and hopefully this will take some of the pressure off. 1, I want you to consider purchasing a statement piece that actually fits you. What do I mean by a statement piece? It could be a sparkly dress. I mean, go mama, hey. But I want it to be one that actually fits, that doesn't require any shapewear. I know, novel idea, right? You could get a blazer, a velvet one, seasonal appropriate, and just wear that over a pair of jeans and a t-shirt. You could get a big, flashy piece of jewelry. Usually during the holiday season, there are these great costume jewelry pieces that are huge and blingy. I say, why not rock that with a white t-shirt? You could have a very merry, chic, and bright holiday dressing season without all of the drama. Another style tip is you can do a lot with some basic ribbons. You could create a really pretty little headband, pull all your hair up out of your face, and just a pretty little ribbon, a velvet one, a beautiful grosgrain one, and put a little bow on your head. I know it sounds kind of trite, and maybe that's something you would do for your 5-year-old or your niece or your nephew, but I want you to consider it. Or you can even tie a little ribbon around your neck, especially a little velvet piece, and make yourself your own little ribbon choke collar or bow tie, and you instantly had a little chic moment that didn't cost you very much and allowed you to experiment. Ultimately, in terms of style tips, I want you to consider not overspending, so that you can meet some marketing standard of holiday-iness. Forget the Insta Joneses for a minute. Forget the Pinterest perfect life. Forget everyone's highlight reels on Facebook. And ask yourself, when you go to shop for your quote unquote holiday outfit, what's going to be comfortable and what is just enough razzle dazzle, pizzazz, chic, merry, and brightness that I'm willing to tolerate this season. How can I achieve that in the least amount of steps with the least amount of crazy? All right, Glam Gal, your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to kind of laugh at all the advertising and marketing for this holiday season. Step back from yourself and from the marketing, get objective, and kind of giggle. I'm giggling with you. Ask yourself why you're driving yourself mad. What emotion are you hoping to achieve by getting the quote unquote perfect outfit? And then remember, that feeling is always available to you because you create it with your thoughts. And your thoughts are always optional. So which thoughts will you choose? And in terms of style tips, what's the most comfortable, easy way that you can achieve a chic and stylish outfit, leaving all of the drama behind you? Okay, let's get it, Glam Gal. Miss J out. Actually, P.S. Before I end this episode, I want to let you know that there has been a change to iTunes algorithm, meaning the way people find the podcast has changed. So if you could do me a favor, Glam Gal, and just tell one other Glam Gal in your life about the podcast, I'd really appreciate it. I'd also appreciate it if you left me a review on iTunes. All right, thanks. Miss J out.